Hello, welcome to Spread Book Joy. Today I want to talk to you about my book buying problem. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jack. If you're not new, welcome back. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about recent books that I've purchased, both on my Kindle and physical books, and talk to you about, I love buying books because it brings me so much joy. But it's kind of got to a point where I'm just not reading the books that I buy, which I want to curate a library. I do. I don't see it as, that I have to read every book that I buy immediately. I'm not one of those people, because if I was one of those people, I'd have gone insane a long time ago with the amount of books that I've got unread on my shelves. But I do like the idea, buying books is a separate thing from reading books for me. Like the joy of finding a bookshop, searching through, seeing what they have, it just brings immense pleasure. And when you're feeling down, there's nothing better than browsing in a bookshop. Plus, discovering lots of new bookshops, particularly secondhand bookshops around, and just love them. I love them. And also I feel like if you go into a bookshop and you browse and you don't buy anything, if it's an indie bookshop or a secondhand bookshop, I kind of feel a bit guilty about that because they do need you to not just look but to buy as well. Otherwise they disappear, these places, don't they? So I'm kind of in a bit of a conundrum. One, the amount of space I have. We've just moved and it's causing absolute chaos. The amount of books that I have is probably they're the last things we've got to unpack. So I've got to buy bookshelves. I can't buy too many bookshelves because this isn't going to be our permanent home. But yeah, it's just a whole thing, which I'm going to do a vlog about. And yeah, let me just show you quickly. So this is just some. I mean, there's some more over in the corner over here. Let me just. Yeah, they're not all books. There's a few DVDs, boxes of DVDs and CDs, which also, why have I still got those? Who has those in this day and age? But yeah, I thought I'd show you is my, first of all, the physical book haul that I did recently, because I went to a library sale. I went to a second-hand bookshop, which was awesome. And I also had a really difficult hospital visit recently. So I went to Foyles in Charing Cross Road, which is huge in London. I love it. I haven't been there in ages. And I bought myself 2 books because they're on the buy one, get one half price. So I did a little treat of that. But let me just show you what I bought. Then I'm going to show you my Kindle books. I'm going to talk to you about my Kindle buying habits recently as well, because that is getting ridiculous too. Okay, so first up, in the library sale, I got Wolf Brother by Michelle Paver, middle grade series set in sort of ancient times in, I think, North America. I can't remember. I've taught with this book before, and I think it's just fantastic for teaching with. So actually I've just bought it. It's a work purchase, to be quite honest with you, because I think there's amazing language and things to analyse and study in here. So yeah, so I bought that. I got another Sarah Waters, The Little Stranger. I'm collecting a lot of Sarah Waters because I know I'm going to love all her books. I've only read one. I've only read Fingersmith, but I've got a lot of Sarah Waters on my TBR. So The Little Stranger is one of them now. One of them now. And this is it's in a library sale. I couldn't resist. The library, bless them, they were like, just pay what you think the books are worth. I think they were expecting me to pay 20p or something, but I had £3 in my purse. They only took cash, so I gave them £3 for 2 books, which I thought was if they were raising money, so yeah, that was a bargain still. Oh, then I went to a couple of charity shops in Devon, and I found almost brand new, a book I've wanted for ages. It's Dave Grohl's Storyteller, and look at it, it's like practically brand new, and I think I paid very little for it. What did I pay for it? £1, and it's like practically brand new. Then I got something I've been interested in for ages. Now, it might seem a little bit morbid, but it's been a book that has been, I've seen so many times in Waterstones and various places, and it's about death. And it's called Being Mortal. It's this book here by Atul Gawande. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it seriously wrong, but it's called Illness, Medicine and What Matters in the End. And it's about dying, basically, and it's about end-of-life care. Atul Gawande outlines a story that crosses the globe as he explores the modern experience of mortality, what it's like to get old and die, how medicine has changed this and how it hasn't, and where ideas about death have gone wrong. So yeah, something I'm terrified about, but yeah, I thought this was just a really sounds like an important book to read. So yeah. These 2 books I bought in the most amazing secondhand bookshop. I'm going to put a picture up on here. I'm going to put some footage up. It was in a town called Crediton in Devon, and it is the most Like, I cannot wait to go back there and hunt. There are treasures to be found in this bookshop, full of amazing finds. So I found something I need, E.M. Forster's A Room with a View, which I'm going to be reading in August. I'm buddy reading with Claudia from Spencer's Library. We're going to read it in August. And then I found this book. It's called The Parallax View, by Lauren Singer. And this is a film that my mum absolutely loved, which starred Warren Beatty in the 70s, and it's kind of a running joke in the family, the way my mum describes the film, and she describes it so badly, it's kind of become a little running joke. And I saw it and I was just like, I have to have this. Look at this old cover, it's awesome. The Parallax View, it's only tiny. And yeah, I'm going to definitely read it. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I saw it in the second-hand shop. I mean, literally, I paid a couple of pounds for each of these, and they're like these 1970s kind of TV tie-in or film tie-in covers. So yeah, I've got those. Then for my foils treat, I got 2 books, one of which is upstairs and I can't be bothered to go and get it, but it's the all about the Wheel of the Year and how we can mark time with the Wheel of the Year, which is like a very Wiccan pagan kind of thing. I'm not a very spiritual person at all, in fact, but I quite like the idea of marking the different stages of the year, like the summer solstice we just had, and then we've got the equinoxes, the solstices, and then the different bits in between, which I'm kind of like interested in, these sort of just noting these stages of the seasons. So yeah, that was quite interesting. And then I also got, yes, Fairy Tale by Stephen King, which I've been desperate to read. And yeah, it's an exclusive edition. I don't know what's exclusive about it, because I was thinking, oh, maybe it'll have sprayed edges when I picked it up. It doesn't have sprayed edges. It's a foils exclusive edition. I don't know what's different about this edition as to other editions, but I've been wanting to read this for ages. So the last Stephen King book I read was 11/22/63, and I was a huge Stephen King fan when I was younger. Haven't read much King as I've got older, but I loved 11/22/63, and I've heard nothing but really great things about Fairy Tale. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. So what I'm going to show you now, and I'm going to put it on the screen over here while I look at it on my Kindle, on my iPad, sorry, so that you can see it, is my sort of unread books on my Kindle. Now, some of them I have started reading and some of them I have finished, but because I've got them in multiple formats, it doesn't mark up as finished on the Kindle, so I have to go through and sort that out. But I am looking at unread, 257 unread books, it says here, that I've got on my Kindle. So that's a lot. And like I said, they're not all unread. Some of them I've read before and I started reading again and it's showing up as unread. Then some of them I've read but I've finished them in a different format because I like books in multiple formats. But I bought a Kindle Oasis, which I am loving by the way. Like, I'm loving the ergonomic grip, so you can hold it with one hand, you can turn the pages because it's got buttons there. I love it because I hated my Paperwhite with a passion. Like, I hated it. Apart from the backlit screen, the Kindle Paperwhite sucked because it's just so uncomfortable to hold, so uncomfortable to turn the pages. I have issues with my hands to do with some sort of nerves that run from my neck down my arms. I've got tennis elbow, I've got I get numb fingers for the nerves sort of trapped nerves in my neck that go right down to my hands. So it's really important to me. This is why I find reading physical books, which is upsetting to me, but I find reading physical books really uncomfortable now. So yeah, I've got a lot of love for my new Kindle because it's made my life so much better, and I really like having books on Kindle in the Kindle format so I can read them at night without waking my partner up because I've got the backlit screen. So I did a silly thing and I subscribed to the Kindle Daily Deal email, which I stopped years ago because this is why I've got an awful lot of books on here. There's another reason I've got a lot of books in. It's because when you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, they send you out like every month Amazon First Reads or something, so you can download a free book. And I don't think I've ever read a single Amazon First. I've stopped downloading them because I don't think I've ever read a single one of them that I've downloaded, and they're just taking up room on my Kindle. But yeah, so I'm just going to show you the books that have popped up on the 99p deal that I've purchased in the last few months. And yeah, just so you can see the kind of, what's been going on with me in terms of buying things that actually I probably shouldn't be buying because I've not read them yet, or I'm just buying them because they're books that I've wanted to buy and they've popped up on the Kindle 99p deal, and I thought I'll just buy them. But when you add it all up, it's a lot of money, right? So let's just take a quick look, and I'm going to show you starting back with... Okay, I'm kind of going to start here because we've got Ellie and the Heartmaker by Hazel Pryor. Now, I really loved Away with the Penguins, and so I saw this on the 99p deal and I bought that. Haven't read it. I will read it one day. I'm sure I will. It's kind of the book you want when you're going on holiday and you want to read something kind of light. So yeah, I got that. The Cat Who Saved Books, I'm pretty sure that was on a 99p Kindle deal. So that's a couple. Moving Pictures by Terry Pratchett. Now this, I think, let me just see, it's possible my brother bought that. But whenever I see a Pratchett book that's on the daily deal or on a lower price, I always buy it because I want them all on Kindle eventually. So that's another good reason to keep my eye out on the daily deal. But I also have an alert set up on the Terry Pratchett website. They send you a link, like they send you an update if something's going to be on special. So special offer. Then I got, let's see, I think I got A Year in Provence on the 99p deal. I wanted to read it for ages. I'm actually not finished that, so that's quite right. Dear Reader by Kathy Rensenbrink, that wasn't 99p, but Excellent Women by Barbara Pym was. And this book, which is one of the Sex Pistols, I think it's Glenn Matlock's book. Yes, it is. Glenn Matlock, I Was a Teenage Sex Pistol. And that was on the 99p deal. And last year I watched, is it Pistol? Which was the sort of biopic that was on Disney Plus. Really, really good. I really loved it. I really loved Pistol. So I got that. Or was it Steve Jones' Lonely Boy? And that's Steve Jones' Lonely Boy is what it's based on. Lolly Williams. Let me see. Right, so then I went a bit nuts because they had a really good bunch of books on the Kindle Daily Deal. We've got David Eddings' Pawn of Prophecy, Belgariad, Book 1, which I've also got in paperback, and yeah, haven't read yet. All That's Left in the World, which I've wanted to read for ages, Threadneedle, David Gemmell's Legend, Kate Moore's The Radium Girls. These are all 99p. I can't remember if Clara and the Sun was 99p. It might have been at one point. I think I got it for that reason. The Women of Troy by Pat Barker, 99p. Nation by Terry Pratchett. That was a 99p deal. The Woman in the Middle by Millie Johnson. So I really like Millie Johnson's books. She's one of the contemporary romance authors that I like reading, so I got that. Then How Not to Die, that was 99p. Frederick Backman, 99p, yeah, Anxious People. Then The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood, 99p. Frenchman's Creek was on a special as well because I've wanted to read that for a while. Now, I don't think this Lost Rainforests of Britain was on 99p deal, but it's possible it was. I've wanted to read that for a while. Malibu Rising was a 99p deal. Elantris by Brandon Sanderson was a 99p deal. So was this Mike Gale book. Right, none of these were 99p. I wish they were. Demon Copperhead, Cloud Cuckoo Land, they weren't. Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson, that was 99p. Constant Rabbit by Jasper Ford, 99p. And The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix, which I've wanted to read for absolutely ages. That came up as 99p. And then, let's see. Oh, a Page Toon book. I've never read a Page Toon, and they're Emily's favourite books, Emily from Novelle Novels. So I was thinking, I'm going to get that. I'm going to give Page Toon a go. See, Kaikeyi was a 99p deal. I have that in hardback, which the lovely Gemma from Gemma Books got me. Landlines, Rain or Wind, that was 99p, and so was Lucy Worsley's Queen Victoria. Then I went nuts and got the whole Mad Adam trilogy, which might be a project Alice and I might be doing at some point. And then Empire Land, because I'd wanted that for a while, and that's 99p. This one, Anna North Outlawed, not a book I wanted, but I read it, looked good. Read this blurb, it looked good, it was 99p, got it. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, I have that in paperback, still haven't read it, but wanted that. And then Nahar, David Sodergren, who was recommended Amy from BookTube with Amy, and I started reading that on the train. This is one of the books that I pick up and put down. Very good so far. And then, yeah, those are my current 99p deal books. So if I added all of that up, quite a lot of money on books that are just sitting there that I do want, I will eventually read, but I've kind of decided that what I need to do is, if a book comes up on the 99p deal and it's a book that I know I want to buy, that I've wanted to buy for a while, or it's a book that I need for a project or something like that, then I'm going to buy it. But other than that, if it's a book I go, oh, page toon, I quite fancy reading a page toon one day, no, I'm not going to buy it. It's got to be a book that I want, that I'm after. So yeah, that's going to hopefully stop me. Will it stop me? I don't know. I put these things in place, don't we? We decide like we're going to stop buying books, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then it just all best laid plans and all that. I've also got a million books on my Scribd saved list. If you're interested in seeing what I've got saved on Scribd, you're more than welcome. At some point I can do a video on that as well. But yeah, there's so much. I haven't even showed you all of my unread books here. I've just showed you a little bit of the unread books, just the ones that I've been buying since I resubscribed to the 99p deal. That's my current book haul of Kindle books, and I haven't even shown you the audiobooks I purchased. To be honest, I only had a couple of credits left on Audible. I bought Frankenstein on Audrey for my Frankenstein read along. I needed that. And I've also bought another book, which is in an envelope at the moment. I haven't opened it up because it's part of a Jane Austen July project that I want to do. And I will do that on camera when I open it up. So yeah, I've got to stop, right? Got to stop at some point. Although I say that, and then in a month I go, hey everyone, I've got a book haul. And in a month's time, I'm going on a huge book buying day out with lots of other booktubers. So yeah, watch this space for me saying I'm not going to buy any more books. Who am I kidding? But I do have to try and put some like rules around it at the moment, because I just need to take stock and be a bit more mindful, I suppose, really. So have you bought any good books lately? Do you like the look of any of the books that I've bought? Hopefully I'll hear about it in the comments below. Okay, so I haven't got a microphone, ignore that. I went out for the afternoon, went to the village, went to the green, they were selling stuff. After saying I wasn't going to buy any books, I came across a book and I bought it. But it is one I've wanted for ages, and look at this, it's like a 1959 copy. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, plot twist. And hopefully you'll like this rambling nonsense. And if you've never been here before, maybe subscribe, though I don't know why you would. Hopefully though, I'll see you again soon. Bye.